Hi boys and girls, welcome back to Read Aloud Wednesday. Last week we read a book called The Good Egg, and we focused on character and how he changed throughout the story. And then I asked you to think about the theme. At the end of our reading, I told you that we were going to read a book that was kind of similar. So today's book is called The Bad Seed, and it's by the same author. We have written by Jory and illustrated by Pete Oswald. Because we have the same author for this book, we're going to talk about comparing and contrasting, and that kind of goes along with our reading lessons for the week. When we compare and contrast, we could use things like a Venn diagram. We could use things like a T-chart. So as I'm reading this book, I want you to start thinking in your mind, how are these two books similar? How are they different? You can focus on character, setting, theme, message, main idea. Any of those things you can compare and contrast. All right, so we are going to read The Bad Seed. I am a bad seed. A bad seed. Oh yeah, it's true. The other seeds, they look at me and say, "That seed is so bad." When they think I'm not listening, they mumble, "There goes that bad seed." But I can hear them. I have good hearing for a seed. You really want to know how bad I am? Well, I never put things back where they belong. I'm late to everything. I tell long jokes with no punchlines. I never wash my hands or my feet. I lie about pointless stuff. I cut in line every time. I stare at everybody. I glare at everybody. I finish everybody's sentences, and I never listen. And I do know lots of other bad things too. Want to know why? Because I'm a bad seed. A bad seed. I just can't help it. Sure, I wasn't always this bad. I was born a humble seed on a simple sunflower in an unremarkable field. I had a big family, seeds everywhere. We found ways of having fun. We were close. But then the petals dropped, and our flowers dropped. It's all kind of a blur. I remember a bag. Everything went dark. And then, a giant! I thought I was a goner. I thought I was done for. I screamed and I hollered, "Ah!" But I was spit out at the last possible second. I flew through the air and I landed under the bleachers with a huge thud. When I woke up, it was dark outside. A wad of gum had softened my fall. I felt okay, but something had changed in me. I'd become a different seed entirely. I became a bad seed. A bad seed. That's right. I stopped smiling. I kept to myself. I drifted. I was friend to nobody and bad to everybody. I was lost on purpose. I lived inside a soda can. I didn't care, and it suited me. Until recently. I've made a big decision. I've decided I don't want to be a bad seed anymore. I'm ready to be happy. It's hard to be good when you're so used to being bad, but I'm trying. I'm taking it one day at a time. Sure, I still forget to listen, and I still show up late, and I still talk during movies, and I do all kinds of other bad stuff. But I also say thank you, and I say please, and I smile, and I hold doors open for people. Not always, but sometimes. And even though I still feel bad, sometimes I also feel kind of good. It's sort of a mix. All I can do is keep trying and keep thinking. Maybe I'm not such a bad seed after all. Hey, look, there goes that bad seed. Actually, he's not that bad anymore. I heard that. The end. So as I was reading that, I heard a lot of similarities between the two books, The Bad Seed and The Good Egg. I heard a lot of differences between the two. So why don't you try and grab any type of graphic organizer. You can do a T-chart, you can do a Venn diagram, and see if you can come up with similarities and differences between the two books. If you want to send it to me, great. I would love to read it. I will see you next week for our Read Aloud Wednesday. Next week things might change and I might start reading a couple more days a week because we are moving on to one of my favorite chapter books. I will see you next week. I miss you very much. Have a great day and I will talk to you soon. Bye, friends.